Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Amit Sharma. I'm the CTO of DreamSports. And today, very excited to talk about sports and AI. We've been doing deep work in AI and ML at DreamSports over the last decade or so with very strong results. But today, I'm going to talk about not just how AI has transformed fantasy sports, but also about how AI is helping revolutionize sports itself. From game strategy to how athletes train and perform, to how fans engage with the sport, and how scouting works. AI is at the forefront of it all. AI is slowly becoming the most important teammate in every single game. But just let's quickly start with fantasy sports. Fantasy sports in India is a phenomenon. And at the heart of it is Dream11. We are the world's largest fantasy sports platform with 230 million users on our platform playing fantasy across 12 different sports. At peak, we've served 15 million concurrent users on our platform, giving them a seamless user experience. These users come to our platform to create their teams, join contests, add money to their wallets, and many other transactions. Behind the scenes, we process around 43 million transactions every day, resulting in processing of 44 terabytes of data. This isn't just fantasy sports. This is AI-driven, real-time sports engagement at unprecedented scale. From real-time dynamic contest optimization to fraud detection and team creation strategies and everything else, AI is at the core of everything that we have done. And I'm going to dive into a couple of examples which kind of put in perspective how AI has helped us over the last few years. I'll talk about just about, in the interest of time, just two different applications at Dream11 that we use it realize for. One is, the most important is prediction. Fantasy sports by its nature is a platform where users flock to the system in a very short window. So our concurrent users can go from 5 million to 15 million within a matter of seconds. We cannot keep our system scaled up to serve these users. At the same time, the real-time strategies of scaling do not work for our platform. So we've invested in ML models that are able to predict with precision the number of users that will be on our platform for every single minute. And once those users do come to our platform, we have to offer them contests that are right for them. To give you some numbers, the smallest contest that we host on our platform is 2 members in a single contest, whereas the largest contest is more than 20 million entries in a single contest, with the entire variance in the middle. For a typical IPL game, we would generate anywhere between 10 to 15 million different contests. Now, every single contest that is generated on Dream11 today is powered by ML and is generated to serve the high throughput at which the users are coming and using our platform and joining the contests. To serve it, they're also generated with a latency of less than 20 milliseconds. And the best part of it all, over the years, and we've worked very hard on it, over the years, we've been able to mature those systems to be able to provide us with a contest fill rate of 99.7%. Quickly, I'll also talk about personalization. I mean, personalization is just like table stakes at this point for every app. Every single touch point in Dream11, when it comes to you coming onto the home page and watching the matches that you're interested in, or maybe when you're creating a team, the information that you need to create your team, or your payment personalizations, the options that you want to the payment options that you want to choose, or right from the communication tone that you prefer, the communication times that you prefer from our notifications or our messaging. Every single touch point that a user has with our app is completely personalized, again, powered by a lot of ML algorithms. So that's about fantasy sports. But what about sports itself? As I said, AI is going to revolutionize sports. And where is this transformation happening? Well, right from how the strategy of games happens, and how athletes train and perform and recover, as well as how fans engage with sports. Across all domains, we see a lot of innovation happening. Let's take a few examples to get a sense of what is happening in this space. Let's talk about immersive live experiences. Imagine the T20 World Cup in 2026 is happening, and Uh, it's the last ball at Wankhede, and Australia needs 2 runs to win, and India needs 1 wicket. Bumrah comes charging down to actually deliver the last ball. Crowd is just roaring in anticipation. You could not get the ticket for it. You could not be at that stadium, and you are like, oh, I've missed out. But you can experience it all. How? Using virtual stadiums. Virtual stadiums are trying to bring the action closer to the fans wherever they are. With AI-driven virtual stadiums, you can select your seat, you can hear the roar of the crowd in 360 sound, and you can select different perspectives. You want to see the view from the batsman's view, or you want to see the dugout view, the umpire's cam, or the best of it all, as Bumrah delivers that ball, imagine you get the view that he actually sees. All of this possible right from sitting within your living room. The way we think of live sports and in stadium view today, as we experience today, is going to change dramatically with AI. And we're already making steps towards it. This is like not something very distant. The last year during the All-Stars game in NBA for basketball, they have already announced some things using VR and AR strategies where they want to do it. And imagine when you're actually watching this game live on your platform, you have the AR overlays that gives you live statistics, the live win probabilities, ball tracking as you saw it, just to make sure that your experience is a lot more complete than it could have been even when you're actually sitting in the stadium. That's about how fan engage with live sports. What about athletes? AI is also transferring about how athletes train and perform and recover from their injuries, etc. AI with performance tracking, as well as a lot of wearable technologies out there, athletes are closely monitoring when should we train, when should they take a step back, how is their injury rehabilitation happening, and they're also able to monitor their real-time performance tracking. AI helps them analyze their performance and make sure that they can harness and hone their game in the direction that they actually want to. And one of the biggest impact, again, if you look at this is a horizontal abilities that are being developed, but one of the biggest impact is going to be on scouting. Let's apply it to the Indian context. We all want that the Indian team, which does great in cricket, shouldn't be the only example of sporting success. We all want different sports to actually become better in India. How is that going to happen? One of the key aspects is scouting. Imagine a game happening in Jharkhand where there's 2 teams playing, stadiums are empty, there are no scouts, but there are cameras in the stadium that are analyzing the speed at which a particular player is dribbling the ball, his acceleration bursts, his passing accuracy. Without this technology, without anyone watching, that talent would go to waste. But now, clubs across India could actually get reports of hundreds of such athletes on a daily basis using AI-driven reports and identify the next big potential. Scouting is slowly going to move away from being completely about luck and connects and more about data. And that's what we need for all the sports in India to progress and find the next big talent for us. Let's talk about game analysis. So we've talked about fan engagement, and we've also talked about athletes. But how about how the teams are actually analyzing their opponents? How are they actually strategizing their games? And all the decisions that they're actually making in a live game. We all know the number of decisions that a coach or a captain or the players have to make within the game, the tactical shuffling and the changes that they have to make. How can AI help them in making those decisions? Again, let's take a scenario which kind of makes it very real. There is a PKL game, there's a Pro Kabaddi League game, and a team is getting beaten by a star raider who breaks through all defensive formations somehow. And in real time, AI is able to analyze the footage and come back with an analysis that he has a tendency to plan majority of his escapes through the left channel. The team now has this information. They're ready for him. The player starts again. The team baits them. And then right when it's the time to actually, for him to make an escape, they know what's going to happen. So the AI is not only able to analyze what has happened, but also to predict player behaviors and empower the opposition to actually be ready for it and make that tackle. There are global players. There are some sports platforms out there like Stats Perform, Hurdle, etc. They're already started this. These are providing abilities to make those tactical decisions across different sports. Stats Perform and OptaVision help football clubs to do an opponent analysis, break down player formations, pressing patterns, and identify individual player tendencies. Huddle gives you the ability to analyze real-time match footage and identify key moments in the match, where it can also generate performance-based reports based on how the game went. That helps coaches and players understand their performance, what they did right, what they didn't do right. And this all happens within a matter of seconds or immediately after the game. It doesn't take forever, and it's completely automated. So this transformation is already happening. With AI, game strategy is not reactive. It is proactive, predictive, and always one step ahead. I'm a sports fan. I love talking about sports. I can go all day. I don't have that much time. But just quickly, imagine the possibilities. These are certain other domains. Second stream live sports experience. Like you already have Dream11 as a second stream experience when you're watching the game. But how about real-time highlights, prediction about what's happening onto the next ball? It actually changes your viewing experience completely. Ticket pricing, the dynamic ticket pricing could change completely based on how in demand the game is, how fans are feeling about the game. And on top of that, second-hand resale of tickets based on blockchain technologies. Content generation, as soon as the match is over, like how about we generate all reports, all analysis, everything, social media content, just to engage the fans so much more. And we can go on and on and on. We want to push the frontiers of AI and sports and this innovation, and we are very excited, and we've partnered with Columbia, which is one of the leading institutions in the world for AI research, and established the DreamSports Columbia AI Innovation Center. And I am very excited to have Professor Vishal here talk a little bit about the center and the great work that we've been doing there and that we plan to do there.
Thank you, Amit. So yeah, as he mentioned, I'm Vishal Mishra. I'm still Vishal Mishra. I was here yesterday. I was sitting yesterday for a panel, but that panel was about AI. Today it's about sports AI, so I'm getting my steps in. So just to tell you a little bit about Columbia University, it's a very old university. It was founded in 1754. In fact, it was founded before USA got its independence. And the original name, which you can still see on that building, is King's College. And then it was changed after the king left. But maybe with the new president, we might have to go back to King's College. So it has 34 foreign heads of state. You know, all around the world, people have become presidents, prime ministers. We have had 104 Nobel and Turing laureates, including Barack Obama. The Columbia PR sent me this information that there are 53 living billionaires who have graduated from Columbia. I'm from the engineering schools of Columbia, 17 schools. I'm from the engineering school, so we have about 270 faculty, 9 departments, 6,000 students, and again, 6 active Nobel and Turing Prize winners. So, you know, this is an event about tech entrepreneurship. So Columbia has been very active in terms of entrepreneurship. This is just, you know, a smattering of companies that have been spun out of Columbia based on the research done by faculty. There was some study done last year on the technology transfer impact of different universities. And Columbia was actually number 3 in the US. It was above Stanford and MIT. So we have a lot of entrepreneurship going on at Columbia. There is an understanding in the university that, you know, research is not just for research. It should translate into something practical. So there's a lot of experience and a lot of willingness to work with entrepreneurs. So now I also wear this hat of being Dean of AI in the School of Engineering. And AI, you know, name any organization, AI is sort of at the forefront of what they're thinking. So part of the work that I've been handling in terms of AI is you know, designing a new curriculum, designing new courses. How do you incorporate AI into existing courses? How do you enhance the way you teach using these AI tools? We are also, you know, working on strategies where different schools can collaborate with each other. You know, engineering school and CS is kind of the core of the AI foundation and AI techniques. and how do we collaborate with, let's say, the law school or the med school, which have a lot of use for AI. We're also working to get compute infrastructure, because these days it's very difficult to compete with, the big tech, the OpenAIs of the world or the Googles of the world in terms of getting compute. Training these models is not easy. So we have an initiative with New York State where we are building like a $400 million data center devoted just for AI. So there's a lot of stuff going on in AI. In fact, now I returned tonight, and on Tuesday, we have a big university-wide AI summit where we'll be showcasing all kinds of research that's happening across the 17 schools of Columbia. Now I want to talk about this Columbia DreamSports AI Innovation Center, which Amit mentioned. It was established in 2024. So it's a collaboration between DreamSports and Columbia School of Engineering. It's a 5-year, $10 million investment for the research center to fund research projects, PhD fellowships, talk series, and an annual symposium devoted to the theme of sports in AI. It's a unique model in the sense that not only is it funding research at Columbia, but there are actual DreamSports researchers that are sitting there on campus, closely interacting with the faculty and students. So that's a very different kind of model of collaboration between a company and a university. It's a first-of-a-kind center devoted to research on sports. And you can see the photograph of the signing ceremony that we had last year. You can see our dean, Shifu Chang. He's signing. Next to him is a team volunteer who's running around trying to make sure there are enough seats in the house. You can see Amit back there. And I want to call out Anand Soundarajan. He's on the red T-shirt there. In DreamSports, he was really the driving force to get this center established. So it's all thanks to him that we have this center, and it's now thriving. There are already, I think, 7 researchers that have been hired by DreamSports that are sitting on campus. There are lots of projects that have been funded, and it's going well. So what kind of work is going on there? So as you know, it's sort of the same themes that Amit mentioned of how do you use AI in sports. So AI for performance and talent development. We have biomechanics and wearable tech that monitor athlete performance, cardiovascular health, all sorts of things. We have research going on rehab, and also what kind of techniques runners or athletes use, and if they are injury prone or not. There's AI and data optimization in sports. Again, one of the themes that Amit mentioned was how do you use AI during games to make predictions, to help athletes understand what's going on in the game, where is it going. In fact, some of my own research has been sort of productionized. I don't know how many of you are familiar with Major League Cricket in the US? Few people. So Major League Cricket is an IPL-like league that has started, and I'm associated with a team called San Francisco Unicorns. So we have taken some of the research and we have developed tools. And public enemy number 1 in India, Pat Cummins, he plays for us. He loved the tools so much that he got the Australian national team to use those tools. They're not using it for Champions Trophy, so don't worry. And then we're using AI for real-time decision-making and strategy. What Amit mentioned about personalization, doing it at scale in real time. And we're using advanced sort of research techniques like causal inference, reinforcement learning, every kind of cutting-edge technique that you might think of. We've been sort of collaborating closely with DreamSports here in Mumbai and the DreamSports researchers back in New York. Now, after talking about the place where I work, I think Amit has an interesting announcement for my alma mater. So I'll hand it back to Amit.
Well, it's a team event, right? Everything is about Mumbai, and we thought that if you're working with the brightest minds in Columbia and across the globe, we also worked with some faculty in MIT. Why not do something and find the best talent and the brightest minds in India itself and work with them? So we're very excited to announce that we've decided to get into deep academic collaboration to invest in foundational research in sports in AI with IIT Bombay. We've just signed a 3-year MOU to invest deeply in the areas of operations research, Gen AI, sports sciences, biomechanics, gameplay improvement, and a lot. We're excited, very excited about what comes out of it, and hope that we are able to find some great breakthroughs together. In the end, I would say that I think the intersection of AI and sports is very exciting, and a lot of breakthroughs are going to happen here. We're very excited about it. But at DreamSports, we are not watching this transformation. We're actually making it happen. And we're looking for the brightest minds across whoever wants to work with us to actually make it happen. So thank you so much.
Thank you.